Hello, welcome back to the 10 by 13 envelope journal scroll design series. I think this is video number 4 where I'm going to do some decorating in the book and on the book. This is the one where we've got a pocket because it's an envelope, and then we've got some florals, tea dyes, doily in the middle, a map page somewhere here. Oh, there's the map page. So a bunch of different kind of things in here. And I have already done some decorating in this one. And I think I showed it already, but I've done some fabric bits. A pocket in here. Added some more pink details, put in the 3 tags that I made in another video. Some paper ruffles. Maybe we'll start with the paper ruffles on this. So I made these paper ruffles one day when I was staying at my dad's. I needed something I could do in front of the television. And so I had these paper, this is just packaging paper, like that comes in the box from Amazon or wherever. And so I hand stitched them. I have some that I stitched by machine too. They were done with book page. And I see a lot of people doing these. What I did that I think is different, I hadn't seen it anywhere, but I just liked the idea, was putting the ribbon cut ends on them. And then this one and this one, I have like a flat spot in the middle where you could put a flower or something. So they don't end up to be exactly the same width though. But hey, it's a junk journal. That's okay. We'll start by putting those in. They were in the edge of, along the edge of this page. And I think what I did there was I put some music note paper here to cover the white. So let me do that first. And then we'll decide which one of these ruffles we're going to use. These are pages that I collaged and then photocopied to kind of make my own scrapbooking paper. Actually, we'll do this one a little different. I'll use this paper. Oh no, I decided that that was the wrong coloring, didn't I? Get these ideas and then it don't work out. Okay, this one will work. This is a piece that I got from one of my swaps. I think from Rose. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rose, but I think that I got this from you. Rose Cosentino or something like that. Sorry, I'm not remembering your name. But I think I've got enough to do, if I just split this in half, I've got enough to do this page and this page. And it's just about the right tone of pink to go with these roses. That's what I was worried about on the other ones. It was not the right tone of pink. So I'm going to cut this in half. And I'll put the torn edge actually towards the outside because I'm going to cover that up with the paper ruffle anyway. So I'm just folding it in half and then ripping it with the ruler. Just the straight ruler. And then I'll go and glue this down. So I kind of want to cover all that you will see with pink. And then my paper ruffle can go on here once I've glued the pocket down. And maybe what I'll do, because this is pretty plain, well, there'll be a tag in here that will have pink on it likely. But maybe what I'll do is put a little bit of this lace, because I have quite a bit of it, poking out from underneath it. If I split it in half, I could have gold lace coming out this side and this side. Because I think I said this before, it's weird, I'm a silver person when it comes to jewelry and stuff, but when I do this scrapbooking, it seems like I'm more into the gold, or I at least allow myself to use the gold. So anyway, let's get this glued down. I'm just going to use glue stick. Decide which way I want, which one I think that, because then I can have this one on the other side. You really have to be careful which way you want up when you're gluing, and make sure you're not gluing on the side that you want showing. I've done that a few times. It sounds like, of course you wouldn't do that, Judy, but when you get working away and you're flipping things over and you're focusing on what you want to see and you're gluing it, and you think, oh shoot, why did I do that? Reach it. And so you see I didn't glue this flap down yet. I want to get this lined up here. I'm just going to leave a little sliver of white. I can ink that edge. I'm going to tuck this down in there. I probably didn't need to go all the way down. Could have saved another strip of that paper. And I've got to find out from Rose. I think it's Rose Cosentino. I thought it was interesting because I have a supplier named Cosentino in my kitchen job. And then I'm going to glue this flap down for the pocket. And then I think we're back to the, just give this a burp. And then I think we're back to the tacky glue, but I think I'll just ink this top edge right with the pad. Maybe that was too dark. It's okay, I didn't wreck the other side. I find that I feel like I don't even see it. Oh yeah, that's good. When I use this thing, and then when I do it right with the pad, it's too dark. But that is working. Go down that spine area there. Okay, and then don't need much of this. I'll have to decide which ruffles I'm going to use. And they don't have to be the same because they're so far apart. I think I'll use this one here. And it might end up... I think I will split this. I don't even know where I got this lace. It might have been from a swap, or I might have had it for years. I can't remember. If it was from the swap, let me know in the comments. I'll give you credit. There is such a thing as having too much stuff. You don't know where anything came from after a while. Okay, and I'm gonna angle the top edge of that. And the bottom edge as well. Now we're gonna put this all the way up to the top of the white page. And how far down is that coming? Maybe it doesn't need to be that long. I do want that sticking up. And I need to ink this, I think I'm just gonna have it end like here. Or just behind, yeah, just behind it so that you can't really see that it's not the full width. That's what I wanna do. So I'm going to put this down with the tacky glue. That's what that glue thing is for, to keep my fingers from getting all gluey. This I got in a face mask kit. It's a face mask applicator. It's silicone, so the glue doesn't stick to it. Once it dries, you can just peel it right off, which is really cool. Really good to have. And then I want to ink the edges on this. It just makes a subtle difference. You can see on here. Actually, I think that might just be aged paper because it was the edge of the page, like the cut edge, but I like that discolored look around the edges. Let's see if we can get that look here. Yeah. And then we've got this flat spot in the middle of this ruffle, so we'll put a little bit of, I think I used gauze on the other journal. Either gauze or a bit of lace. I want the journals to be similar. I'm making them kind of in tandem, but I don't want them to be identical. Whenever I do things and I do more than one of something, it's never identical. When I would make jewelry, I would sit down and I would make a dozen necklaces, all quote unquote the same, but there would be something different about each of them. Maybe the main beads would be the same and the pattern of the beading would be the same, but the little beads that went in between the main beads would be different from each other. Okay, so that, you can see the edge of this lace. So then I want the other side poking out the other side. And I guess I could do that after, but might as well do it before. So that. It's just a bit long. That'll do. I think I saw G. Kerr using something like this, only it wasn't wide like this. It was more of a pointy tool to do her gluing. And I was kind of on the lookout for one for a long time and finally found this one not too long ago in a thrifting haul, I believe, Value Village. And this I'm kind of just going down the middle. I don't think it needs to be glued all the way to the edges. It needs to have sort of a free-floating look to it. Yeah, that's nice. Still needs to move over just a bit. And then, like I said, I think I used a little bit of gauze before. Maybe I don't think I have flowers the right color. They're a little bright. There's some soft roses. Maybe those white background ones, and then ink them a bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. And then what will I put in behind it? I could put more of this, but I don't think I want to do that. Maybe just a tiny bit of this sticking out. Of course, that's not even going to show up. Need a bit of contrast, I think.